There's a girl, she's a star. She's got style. Steffi Star, you see her face around the town. She's popular. Steffi Star.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach.
And we're realtors with Coldwell Banker, the Easton office.
This is true. And welcome back.
Welcome back.
For joining us.
We are so excited. We haven't filmed for so long.
You know, it was a long hiatus with the lockdowns.
It was.
You know, it was a to-do.
Lockdown.
But we're back. Yes.
We're back.
Couple year kind of thing. So.
By the way, this is Tony.
Tony Soares. I'm also a realtor at the Easton office of Coldwell Banker.
And he does go by quite a few names. Sometimes
Anthony.
he's Tony Soares. Sometimes he's Tony Soares. Sometimes he's Anthony Soares.
Oh, I like that one.
Really, I told him you really should pick a name,
Yeah.
but it depends on who he's talking to at the time.
My favorite is Tony Eats.
Tony eats, yes. So every night, Tony and I do go out to eat.
A lot.
And I have been doing on Instagram, I photo him eating, and it's been a very big hit.
Hashtag Tony Eats.
Yes, on my Instagram, and I have to tell you, I have got so many more followers because of Tony Eats. And in fact, one day I was on vacation and I got several messages, people saying, hey, glad you're away, but when are you coming back? We miss Tony Eats.
So you can follow them at hashtag Tony Eats. Of course, you can go to Stephanie's Instagram page. We also have a booming YouTube channel.
Booming.
Which we will put in the credits behind what is now the green screen, but we'll have some nice photos behind once it's edited. I
Once
guess,
we edit.
how it works.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be back. And
So
I'm happy
nice.
that you're here, Tony.
Thank you.
We like to have a guest.
I love that you guys are kicking this off, and I'm a part of it. I appreciate that. I'll tell you, the Tony Eats part, though, it's like having dinner with paparazzi.
Well, this is true. And you guys travel a bit, and you like to go out to eat, and you like to eat.
I do.
And enjoy what you're eating, and that shows. And sometimes it's several times a day.
And people get angry, and I get hate messages in my inbox because they don't understand why he can eat so much and he's not gaining weight.
Well, I do think of that too.
People are like, I hate him. He makes me sick.
That's rude.
And that's just the way it is. So
That's
how I do it is he just starts eating and I don't even say anything, and then I start filming. And I do a close-up and I go to the food, and it's just, and then I
I
find...
like the big pasta dishes. Those are like my favorite, and then you've got the Italian music playing.
Any carbonara?
What do you guys have for any trips coming up?
He's a very good eater. Supposedly he bought some football tickets somewhere.
That's right. Yeah, the Patriots playing Arizona on December 14th. I'm so excited. Monday night.
mid-December.
It's December 14th. That's my sister's birthday. So it's actually December 12th.
Okay.
So December 12th, Monday night football in Arizona.
Where in Arizona?
Tempe. Tempe? I think it's whatever.
So where do you
Wherever
stay
the stadium
when you
is.
go there?
We've never stayed.
We've never been.
Okay.
We haven't made any reservations. We haven't looked into airline tickets.
I mean, is it something you need to be concerned about this time of year in Arizona? Probably not.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Okay.
She brings it up quite often.
Oh, so you're a little stressed.
I'm a little stressed.
Okay.
Well, because we don't have anything going yet.
Okay. So no plane tickets, no hotel reservation.
We have the tickets to the game.
Okay. All right. So
We'll figure the rest
We'll
out.
just go from there.
It'll fall in line. I mean, I will say flights. I've looked at a few, and it is pretty.
But there's just two of you.
I know the prices are ridiculous.
I mean, it can't be what it was, when the gas prices skyrocketed. So at least it's down from that.
I hope it goes down. But
I
if it doesn't, whatever.
I
We'll make it
prefer
work.
flying private, but if we can't, then he'll have to.
You don't.
We're not flying private, so yeah.
Well, I did fly private to Vegas.
She did.
And it was pretty amazing.
I mean, I don't know how someone could not prefer it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I had lunch served to me on the airplane.
Oh.
The trip to Vegas only took 4 hours.
You know what I really like, though? You avoid all the security, the
There's nothing.
lines, the rudeness. You just walk right out.
You bring your luggage, you walk out to
Yeah.
the tarmac, they put your luggage on the plane, and that's it. You get on and it's lovely. You can fasten your seatbelt if you choose to. Lunch is served. There's snacks.
Champagne.
Champagne. It's wonderful.
So you said
highly
4
suggest
hours,
it.
so it's actually quicker to get there when you fly private.
Yes.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, it depends on the jet. I mean, yeah.
Oh, so if you have a faster
Right,
ride, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
I don't really know. But it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Maybe you could hook that up for Arizona.
That would be
Christmas
amazing.
or-
Probably not going
Maybe.
to happen, but
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I do want to mention, in case anyone's nervous, that I do have some black eyes. Because the show was coming back, I thought that it was important that I get some cosmetic surgery done on my eyes.
We've all lived through this vicariously, and it's been wonderful.
Yes. I actually went to this doctor in Boston, and I went for a consult, and I sat down, and she was so excited to see my eyes. And she said my bags, my under eye bags, were absolutely delicious, and that she couldn't wait to get her hands on them, and that I was going to look 20 to 25 years younger. And I told Meredith, if we are bringing back the show,
Yep.
then I will be doing my eyes. I don't care about the cost.
Well, but back it up a little bit in that this wasn't something that you had never really thought of. I mean,
No.
I feel like since I've known you, you have talked about what you call your bags, and there was a solution. So we know some folks who had some lid work done, and you're not adding fillers, you're not changing anything structurally about your face. As you get older, your lids get a little bit saggy and they get extra skin, and so then you get what's called a hooded eye. And it's a simple procedure, correct? And
Yes.
they can do, if you get puffiness under your eyes, which I never really saw, but for you it was a concern.
It was a concern for me, and if you're just doing your upper lids, it's actually done in her office.
It's amazing.
You are in and out, and you really look refreshed.
Yep.
If you're doing the under eye bags like I did, you do have to go into the hospital. But again, it's an easy process. It was quick. It was 2 days of icing, and voila.
Yeah. And what do you think of the results so far?
I am pleased as punch.
Yeah, that's
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're 3 weeks into recovery
Right.
now, right?
Right. So I still have some bruising, but it should be going away very, very soon. I think it takes 3 months for it to fully heal.
Okay.
So I'm still actually swollen
okay.
with black and blues.
Any maintenance or anything that you have to do?
No.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
Yes. And maybe I will put a picture up on the green screen
Ooh.
Okay.
of my after, which looks very scary.
The before. You mean when
Well,
you got this
right after she
procedure
did
done,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I had stitches,
Well, we could do a progressive,
and then black. I could.
because I think if you were to just see the bruising, it's intimidating. But I talked to you the day, I talked to you the day of, the day after.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, at least what you expressed to me wasn't a traumatic experience.
It wasn't. And they were so nice at Tufts. You know, the nurses are always so great.
Yeah.
And they give you the warm blanket. And even that morning, the surgeon was like, yay, the doctor, I can't
Well, because she probably
wait
knew
to
how
do
good you were gonna
this."
feel.
Right, and she took the camera, went up to my eyes, took the picture, and she was thrilled.
Were you nervous going in?
Not really, because she was so excited, so I was so excited.
Right.
So,
And they sedate you?
yep, I was sedated, so I was kind of in la la land.
Okay.
I heard her talking the whole time about her weekend, but I don't remember anything she said. And then I woke up and I was done. And I went home and I iced.
Yeah, I think the only traumatic part
Yep.
was when she decided that we could go out to a restaurant. So I'd have to sit next to her
Well, I would always wear my dark
with
glasses.
her black eyes.
But imagine wearing these dark glasses out in a restaurant at night.
Right.
You can't see.
Literally can't
You
see.
can't see.
Yeah.
So slowly I would start going, just so I could see the light. And then after a martini, you don't care. And then you just take your glasses off. And I often forgot I had heavy bruising, and the bartenders and waitresses and waiters were like, hi. And I forgot. So when I would remember, I would say, oh, right, I had my eyes done. Or if
Yeah.
people said, what happened, and he was standing next to me, I would go like this.
Not cool.
Yeah.
No, it's not funny, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
you know, I like how you've embraced it. You
Yeah.
weren't
Yeah.
hiding in your house for a month
I was
because
not.
you didn't want anybody to know that
Yeah.
you did this. I mean, because that's kind of silly too, I
Exactly.
think, right?
Let's just say no secret is safe with me.
Okay, noted.
And scene.
Yeah. So I just wanted to get that out in the open.
Well, good.
Yeah.
And now you'll be fresh for the holidays.
Yeah.
For new headshots.
Yes, we're getting new headshots.
Group photo.
Yep. We've got some big things coming up.
Which is exciting.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's that time of year, right?
Yeah.
I'm wearing my fall colors.
It is.
Very
We just wrapped up Halloween.
Have you put up your Christmas tree yet?
No, I do transition into Thanksgiving, which has started. I immediately packed up and cleaned up all of the Halloween decorations. I am a person who, as fun as it is for me to get the decorations out, I equally enjoy packing them away again. And I don't know what it is, but I really enjoy it. Say goodbye. Moving on.
Yeah, there are plenty of folks that go right from Halloween to Christmas.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see lights up next week.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, right?
Which is fine. You
I
know,
do get
whatever.
jealous of all the Christmas decorations.
Well, I don't know why you don't do this.
I think I
Right.
might put some lights up. Well, I just never thought it was appropriate for me to have a tree.
Yeah.
And then my son, going off to Jewish summer camp every summer, Alexa and I tried to put up a little white tree, and Gregory was horrified. And he made us take it down. But now I think he might be okay with it, as he has a non-Jewish girlfriend.
I had a good friend who was,
Yeah.
Jewish and
Love
loved
the
having a tree up,
decorations.
Yeah.
but they called it a Hanukkah bush.
Right. You can call it any.
Right.
Right.
I mean, come on. The
It's
decorations.
just a season to celebrate.
It's so wonderful.
So we're doing a tree at the Festival of Trees, which is at the Easton Country Club. It starts just after Thanksgiving. So we have a combination of Weinstein and Keach. And so our tree is a combination. It's going to have the Love Where You Live is the theme. So there'll be ornaments from home and love and trees. And we're also having some Jewish ornaments. And there were lots of them, by the way. So in searching, it's not like
It's
you
amazing.
can't find an ornament to celebrate that. And we're going to have a Mensch on the bench and an elf on the shelf.
Love it.
So
It's going to be adorable.
it's celebrating the season, right? And I know that Hanukkah isn't the biggest of the Jewish holidays, but it's that time of year. You
Right.
want to celebrate, right?
We want to celebrate.
something.
Although you can't just fly over or pass over Thanksgiving because she's hosting.
Wait a
Okay,
minute.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right,
I'm
and
with
I
you.
do have to talk about Thanksgiving because we found out something very exciting about mashed potatoes.
Oh, yes.
Anthony always makes the mashed potatoes for
Okay.
Thanksgiving, and last night he told me this.
So I saw on a show they were talking about making, plan your Thanksgiving dinner out, right?
Okay,
So
yep.
start buying some of the canned goods, vegetables,
Okay,
things like that.
yeah.
But somebody then mentioned, you could make your mashed potatoes now. And I'm like,
Whoa.
I'm like, 3 weeks out seems a bit soon,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But what they would do is make the mashed potatoes, put it in a freezer bag,
Okay.
flatten it out completely.
Okay.
Make sure there's no air in there.
Okay.
And then throw it into your freezer. And you literally could make that 3 weeks before, because when you're ready for Thanksgiving, the day before you put it in the fridge, let it thaw out, and then you put it in a bowl, maybe put a little extra butter in it or whatever.
Little extra butter.
Heat it up.
So you can actually stack
Yeah.
them up because if it's flat, right?
Yeah.
So you can make a
So
couple
other
of
things
bags.
over
taking
it.
the air out, there's nothing when you, it's, the water content isn't going to change the starches or anything like that. It just goes in
No.
and you're good.
That's it. And super flat too. So
might
that's
try
the
it.
part that's interesting.
I mean, why
but
not?
maybe a week before. I'm
Because
not going to
last
do 3
minute you're
weeks
always
before.
making mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna give it a shot.
I think a week before makes sense. You have it ready to go. One less thing you have to worry about.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I think the key too with Thanksgiving, right, is if you have just one oven, then that's a challenge.
Right.
It's tough. Yeah, that's true.
Keeping everything warm.
Right.
Which I think is
usually-
probably even more than the potatoes. But if you're gonna make the potatoes, making it the day of, you gotta boil them and do all of that.
Exactly. It's
And
a lot
of course,
work.
there's always talk about when do you put your turkey in? So
Yeah.
growing up, mother always put her turkey in the night before on a
that's how my
low
aunt would do it.
heat.
Yeah.
but with stuffing inside.
Yeah.
She put it like on 250.
Yeah.
And it would cook all night, and then we woke up, the house smelled delicious, but now people are saying, you can't do that, you're
Oh.
gonna get sick, but I never got sick.
Oh, okay.
So I do put mine in the oven in the morning, like around 6 or 7 in the morning.
And don't forget,
Well, you
people
have
are
a
doing
crowd,
fried.
right?
I
You
do
guys
have a crowd,
Yeah.
I like to host Thanksgiving.
I think the greatest thing I've learned from your Thanksgivings is that you have everything, get a load of this, in throwaway tins.
Hello?
So there's not 3 hours of dishwashing afterwards. To whoever does that, God bless you. They look beautiful in the containers you have, but it also would be really nice to take them, crumple them up, and throw them in the garbage,
It's wonderful.
right?
Yes.
You take that whole element out.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
brilliant.
not enjoy dishwashing.
Well, when it's so many dishes, right?
It's a
Because
lot.
that's what Thanksgiving is. You've got everything.
You have
You've got
all your
this and that.
sides.
Now, what do you do? Do you get Tupperware containers in advance to give them away? Are you hunting for Tupperware? Like, how does that work?
I'm usually hunting. Well, sometimes I try to buy in advance
Right.
if I remember.
Okay.
But thank you for reminding me.
Noted. I've never hosted a large Thanksgiving, so I don't really
my.
know. And we've, so growing up, we would go, my mom, my aunt and uncle, we've gone to my mother and father-in-law's, who she does an amazing spread every year. And then for a few years, we've been doing it just at home, but because I have 3 kids and they eat like sparrows, I wasn't going to cook a large meal because
Doesn't
they
make
wouldn't
sense.
eat it.
Right.
Right.
So I ordered the Thanksgiving in a box.
Perfect. From where? Oh.
Yeah. I tried all the grocery stores, to be perfectly honest. It worked for what we needed and what everybody ate, but this is the first year that we're actually not going to do that.
What are you
I've
doing?
hosted 8 of my brothers and sisters and their families, so it's
Oh, okay.
huge.
Oh, wow.
We had to do at least a couple of turkeys. I deep fried one and I did one in the oven. So I'd like a deep fried turkey. If you do it right, it's fantastic. And you make it very quickly.
What do you mean?
It took, I think it was an hour
Really?
for a
whole
maybe
turkey?
14 pound. I mean, it was, big turkey in the deep fryer.
Will you be buying a deep fryer?
It's fantastic.
And then you have to cook it outside.
That you do want to cook outside. There are a lot of stories about people who put them on their porches. Then if you drop a frozen turkey in there, everything comes out. There's fire issues, etc.
Okay.
So you do have to be careful and really follow instructions on how to do that. Too much water, ice, you're in trouble.
Okay. All
So
right.
it's a very slow process to get it in there. But honestly, it's roughly an hour for most of them.
So how many are you guys hosting this year?
The number keeps
no.
increasing.
People keep saying, we'll come for dessert. Maybe we'll just come for dinner.
I wouldn't be
Maybe we'll cover-
surprised.
That's
It's
so
got to be north of
exciting.
20, right?
Yeah. And let's not forget, I'm in a townhome.
Well, you know what? Nobody cares.
No.
No, they
Right?
all smush
You
Hopefully
just
in.
want to
weather
be together,
cooperates.
especially after being away from people the last 2 years. People, I've noticed, I don't know if you have, but I feel like it's behind us.
It is.
Events are opening
Thank
up. My
God.
schedule is busy again.
Yes.
People are gathering.
Yeah.
People want to be together. It's
Right.
just nice.
Yeah.
So I think that's great. So what are your signature dishes for Thanksgiving? For you particularly?
I just always make the turkey. I
Okay.
make the stuffing.
Okay.
I make the sweet potato pie with the little marshmallows.
Okay.
We make the mashed potato.
Oh, can you back up and tell me about your stuffing?
I can't.
Okay, forget it.
I believe I buy the Pepperidge Farm.
Okay.
Mother said buy the Pepperidge Farm,
Okay.
and then you saute broccoli.
Broccoli?
Yes, and onions and mushrooms beforehand, and then you add that to the stuffing, and I make it with chicken broth instead of water.
Okay.
And I haven't
I'm
quite
still waiting for
perfected it
sausage.
yet.
That's what I thought.
Right.
I didn't know.
Sausage, no.
Yes.
And I stuff it into the turkey, and I do cook a stuffed turkey.
So you're not supposed to eat the stuffing from the bird?
We do.
Okay, all right, that's what I thought you
I
did.
grew
Yeah,
up
some of
doing
the
that,
end gets
yeah.
crunchy. I mean, some days, some years it comes out better than others. I think I'm gonna look for, I can't make it like my mother made it.
And that was your goal?
Yeah, she made the best stuffing. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna try a new recipe this year.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, I feel like stuffing is something that people are very particular about.
Right.
That this is the way that they make it.
Agreed.
As you indicated, sausage or whatever that may be.
Right.
So
That's probably delicious with the sausage.
And then there's
But
in the
sausage
turkey or
with
outside the
turkey.
turkey.
Right. A lot of people don't like it in the turkey.
Okay.
I don't
I grew
know.
up with it like that.
I'm going to have to get back to you on
Okay.
that.
We'll discuss. We're
Yeah.
actually not going to do turkey.
What? Ham?
A roast beef.
Oh my.
I feel uncomfortable.
All right.
I'm not sure what to say.
Right. Roast beef.
You know,
Interesting.
being untethered from tradition is wonderful.
Wow.
The idea behind it is that we create a menu that we like. So we being my immediate family. I don't know if my mom is going to be with us this year. She may go to visit my brother, or she may stay. And it's old school, and everybody has to have a dish that they contribute. So since my kids were little, when we started doing this, everybody, even though we had the box turkey, everybody had to contribute something. Yep. And so it's fun. And nobody seems
love
to
it.
want to eat the turkey. So why
make
bother?
it?
why make it if you're just gonna
No turkey
Yeah.
and gravy?
Untethered.
Do you like turkey and gravy?
I like turkey and gravy. I like turkey, gravy, cranberry, stuffing, mashed potato, squash with the marshmallow.
Yum.
I like all of those flavors on my
Yes.
plate. I mean, my mother-in-law really does an extraordinary job at that. She makes so many dishes.
Right, she
And
is a
it's,
wonderful
You know,
cook.
complete food coma afterwards.
I wish we were doing a Tony Eats right now.
Right?
Starving.
It's
Oh,
those flavors are so
Anthony.
good. And the smell and the relaxed day. And, you know, the thing about Thanksgiving that I love is there's no obligation for anything else.
Right.
It's just, you can take a nap and it's perfectly appropriate.
So true.
You can watch football, and even if you just stare at the TV, you can just sit and,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
Everyone sits and the guys kind of sit with their hand in their pants.
And
Yeah.
pass out.
Right?
Yeah.
And pass out. My sister's coming this year,
Oh.
which is very nice because I will see my nephew who's been away at veterinarian school in Chicago.
Oh, that's
so
great.
he's flying in for Thanksgiving.
I love
and
it.
my other nephew who's going to be moving to Florida soon. So they're all coming with the dog.
Oh.
They have a dog and they're bringing the dog.
Okay.
Yeah, so I said, of course they
That's
can bring
what
the dog.
happens now. You bring
You
your
have to.
dog.
bring
I
pets.
always brought my dog to their house when we celebrated, when they had their house in Harwich.
Yep.
I always brought Rosie,
That's
so
true.
I said they can bring their dog.
This is
All right.
payback.
So they're going to bring Murphy, and we'll have a wonderful time.
love it.
And
Tony,
again,
who's playing on Thanksgiving? Is that determined already? Is football?
I don't know. What I will say is usually it's the Cowboys. You always watch the Cowboys.
Really?
It's like America's game or
Okay.
team or whatever.
Okay.
It's usually what used to be the Redskins, the Washington Commanders,
Okay.
against the Dallas Cowboys. That's always a fun one to watch, and then they alternate. But yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Okay. It doesn't really matter. It's
It
just a
really
game on.
doesn't,
Okay.
yeah.
You kind of anticipate seeing the
There'll
Cowboys.
be that. There'll probably be hockey games, etc. So
Yeah.
so
One of my
talking
favorite
about
times of
football,
year.
so Tony and I have season tickets to the Patriots.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I never really loved the tailgate. He
Yep.
brought me to some terrible tailgates with men burping and the food.
Eating meat.
It was disgusting. And the porta potty, I can't even talk about it because I'll dry heave.
I'm not a huge tailgate
No, it was
person either.
disgusting. So I said, I can't do this anymore.
Okay.
So a friend of ours, Jimmy Shapiro, did text me and he told me about premium parking. And he told me about reservations at Tavolino if you're a season ticket holder. I said, excuse me? So I immediately had Anthony book the premium parking and book reservations at Tavolino.
Game changer.
Let me tell you, that was the best game I have ever been at. The parking was right there. We walked into the movie theater, right? We were right there. We didn't have to go up those million steps. I didn't have to walk down Route 1. I don't want to walk down Route 1.
I really can't blame you. So I went to my first game in quite a long time. It's probably been a decade.
Oh, her seats were better than mine, and I have good seats.
But I felt like a grown-up.
Yes.
So thank you to Meredith Patey, attorney Meredith Patey. She's an attorney that I'm working with. And so she invited me to go. She gave me a parking pass, lot 6, which meant, to your point,
Amazing.
I went in. There was ample parking. There was no, I parked right where I wanted to park.
Oh,
I had, I don't know, 100 steps to go in.
dreamy.
Go upstairs, there's food concessions, I get myself a drink. Then the girls came, we chatted, we went outside, watched the game, came back. I mean, it was, to your point, I get the experience of the tailgate and the whole to do, but for me, I don't want that experience.
And me,
I know.
I don't either.
I know.
We don't
It
want
sounds
to do
ridiculous,
that.
But I enjoyed the experience that I had, and I would go again. But the rest of it, it's so much work. And to your point, the tailgate, and it's not for me.
It's not for me.
But I enjoyed going, and we have Patriots Place right here. It's in our backyard. It's
Yes.
15 minutes
Yes.
from where I live. I mean, it's where we go to the movies. It's cool. It's so exciting. I forgot how amazing it is, how loud it gets and exciting, and it's really a great experience. And so to do it that way, to your point, I'm with you.
And I was so excited to go to the game this Sunday, but that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Did you guys know that Bob Kraft recently got married?
Yes.
So he's 81, and his new bride is 47.
Interesting.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I say good for them both.
And good for
have an issue
her.
Some
with it.
people are shocked
Who
or think it's
cares?
crazy. I think it's wonderful.
Who cares?
By the way, the guest list was pretty interesting. One of the people that attended his wedding in New York was Tom Brady. So, and ever since that, all this other stuff's been happening. He's playing terrible.
Are we talking about Tom?
Tom Brady. He's playing terrible, going through a divorce. Oh, actually, it just completed. By the way, that was a one-day divorce.
I mean, he's obviously going through a lot right now,
Yeah.
and I can't pass judgment one way
Yeah.
or another. A marriage is a marriage, and it
Yeah.
takes two to make it and two to break it,
Yeah.
and, it is what it is.
And Giselle, she said, honestly, it's really not a big change for me because I've lived my own life for years anyway.
Right, it makes sense.
Right,
I
so
mean,
it's
everybody
really-
has their opinion, though, Tom
Yep.
and Giselle, and that's just my piece, but clearly he's going through something
Yeah.
right now, and
I think he'll be okay.
I think he'll be okay. I don't have too much.
We're not worried about Tom.
I think they'll both be okay.
I somehow feel myself kind of rooting against him for the first time ever. I feel
bit.
bad to say that, and I was all for it when he
Right.
joined Tampa.
Yeah.
I was so excited because I went to
Tampa.
USF in Tampa, and I was so excited, but now I don't care.
I mean, how do you not go to a football team that has your initials? Team B. TB. I mean, come on.
I didn't even
Tampa
know.
Bay. Yeah.
Good point. You guys, did you know the Powerball is 1.2 billion?
Yeah.
I can't wait. to catch
Okay,
that.
so we went to go buy tickets, and this woman said, those numbers are drawn months prior.
Which is not true.
Anthony argued with her and said, that is not true. She said, yes, it is. And so I don't know what the truth is.
I can't.
How does that even work?
I don't
It
know.
doesn't.
So you're saying that it's predestined
This
or
was
pre-planned who's going to win?
was a woman in Mobile Mart, and she insisted.
Why?
So has anyone from Massachusetts ever won a big, one of these pots? I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, don't
Not
forget.
Massachusetts.
Okay,
No?
should we?
No, they're like Georgia, Tennessee.
There's no way it's never happened.
We'll have to.
When's the
We're
next
gonna have to look
drawing?
this up.
Tonight.
Oh, shoot, because Gregory's driving to Nashville tomorrow.
Oh.
I would have him stop in the different states to
Oh.
get tickets
Oh,
along the
my.
way.
I mean,
I like
this
that.
is a big pot.
Should we go to Rhode Island to get tickets?
1.2 billion.
I mean, just get one ticket, right?
yeah.
That's fine.
And
I'll try.
what's your plan if you win?
Plan. First things first. You have to change your diaper.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure you're going to pee yourself. But
Do you think people have physical issues after winning?
so
you're saying?
there are plenty of stories of people that have won the lottery and just
Died?
collapse. I mean, just the family. Too much money,
Okay.
right.
Right.
The things
Like,
you shouldn't
that
do,
always
and all that, all the
happens.
documentaries.
Yeah.
So I definitely think a couple of things. One, attorney, money manager, and a therapist. And I think the therapist would be, I literally would have a meeting with my whole family and a therapist and make sure we have regular meetings with therapists. Because it's just, your mindset, I can't imagine where your head goes with winning $1.2 billion.
Do I have to go to the therapist?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone
Well-
you're going to have to go too.
Well, that's if you're going to publicly claim the money.
Yeah, I would keep it quiet. I'm with you.
I mean, I think the way to go is to claim it with a blind trust. And you can let
Meredith
it
has
sink
thought
in.
about this
Yes.
for many, many years.
When
She
I
has
was
thought about
running,
this.
this is what I would think of.
When you were training for the marathon?
Yes. Honest to God, that's what I think of, because you can go down a deep rabbit hole in thought with yourself about what
Right.
and how to do things.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
That's great.
yeah. Claim it with a blind trust, and then that will give you the ability to be quiet as you process and plan.
I feel like I should be taking notes.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think about it, right? Think about it a little bit. But this is
Yeah.
an extraordinary amount of money. It's
Right.
not
It
like
is.
winning $3 million.
Right.
It's responsibility, and that's the piece that I'm like, oh my God, I don't know that I can handle that.
You're making me feel stressed about the lottery.
Potentially winning.
Well, what would be something that would be truly extravagant, but something that you would buy?
Buy? I'm not sure.
It's between a fancy boat or a fancy car.
It would have to be, yeah, it would have to
okay.
be a car for me. I don't
car.
care about a fancy boat, but it would be, but more so I would have to obviously buy a fabulous home and have a cook that lived with me.
Okay, so by
Although then we
fabulous
would have
home.
to eat home all the time.
That's
Right.
out of the
So
question.
now I forget it.
Yeah.
There you go. And what would
I need to rethink
tell me about that
everything.
home. What would be fabulous for you to buy?
On the water.
On the water.
Okay.
All open.
Ocean or lake?
Ocean.
Ocean.
Yes, it would have to be ocean. With all those, sliding glass doors. We're running out of time.
Oh.
We're running out of time. We have to wrap it up.
Here in Massachusetts?
No. Somewhere else.
Maybe down the Cape. So I would say a Cape Cod home
Okay.
and a home in Florida.
I have to be in Florida.
Miami?
Snowbirds.
No.
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 Delray.
Maybe.
Boca.
Maybe.
All right.
I mean, the drawing is tonight, so the next time we come back, one of
Meredith, you
us-
could be the big winner.
I could.
And we're going
Right.
to have to find out on the next show what Meredith buys with her big winnings.
I'm wishing
I won't
you guys
tell anybody
luck.
though.
Oh, all right. So we won't know. Well, if we don't talk about it and we look really weird the next show, you'll know that Meredith won. So I think that's,
This has been a fantastic start. It's been amazing.
it has.
We're so
And
excited to be back.
fabulous. And
Amazing.
that's your word, right?
Yes.
And mine is fabulous. You need to come up with a word.
Oh.
We hope Stonehill will bring back the drinking game.
We do.
Every time Stephanie says fabulous, I say amazing, and then you'll have to watch for what Tony's crutch word is.
Right.
And maybe I'll bring food if I come back, if I'm ever invited back.
And watch us on Easton Community Access Television or on our YouTube channel, the show
Yes.
Easton, which we will put up for you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. We can't wait to see you next time.
This was great.
Thank you.